Brad M73 here. Welcome back to Star Wars Build the Millennium Falcon, issue 100, part 2. And in this issue, let's see, well, in this part of the issue, we've already done some of it. I do want to go back and we're going to be installing some parts onto the upper hull and also the passageway tube. Now, it's going to be a little bit more complicated because one, the main body here is not primed, and I know that I'm not going to get the whole thing in the shot, but we're going to be installing some pieces down here, and I want to see if I'm going to be able to attach those pieces, you know, without having to. Basically, I want to make sure I can still attach this without having to remove any of these pieces, if that makes any sense. But I don't think I'm going to be able to. And I can just get this out of the way right now. And so, hopefully you guys can kind of see what's going on. I've got my camera in a slightly different position right now. And I got to get my cockpit nose cone put back on here. Now, I've already primed and painted the that access corridor, so that's kind of creating a problem here that I knew I was going to have, but for whatever reason I went ahead and painted the darn thing anyway, so there's not really much I can do to change it. So first I need the sprue from issue 52, which I think is this one, and that is it. Cut this open, just take this out, and some of the parts definitely aren't going to be an issue. Other parts, I brought my trash can in here finally. Other parts will be. So glue number 14, now this is where it gets really fun because we don't have specific part numbers to work with unless we go back to this other page. So glue 14, which is this piece here, and I'm just going to cut it out of the sprue, and we're going to test fit it, and I may actually test fit some of the other pieces as well. Okay, and this is going to fit like right here, pretty much like that. And then the next piece is part 15, which is right next to it. The reason why I'm test fitting this first is because I would like to get the parts that glue onto the upper hull glued on first, and then prime and paint it, and then prime all of the remaining pieces separately that are going to go onto the top of the cockpit tube. So I know I might be kind of a perfectionist when it comes to this model, but I really want the Falcon to turn out looking really good. Okay, so this goes right here, and this is kind of going to be the one, or one of the ones that I'm most worried about, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. There is a little bit of wiggle room. I'm going to go ahead and glue this. Actually, what in the world? I gotta clean off the tip. Uh-oh. That did not work as planned. I got fuzz all over the tip. Got some fuzz all over my tip. Don't know if she's gonna like it. Yeah, whoops. There we go. All right. Now, unlike the Knight Rider model I've been working on, the CA glue should pretty much instantly bond to this stuff. So I'm going to leave that like this. And yeah, it's pretty much, it's not going anywhere already. See, that's how quickly it bonds to this type of plastic. So people are like, oh no, I'm just going to use regular model cement on their Millennium Falcons. I'm like, yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Okay, so I just want to kind of make sure. Okay. Alrighty then. So we've got that piece, this piece. Next we have a small tube that is going to fit like down here. What part number is this? 16. Get the towels out of the way. Part number 16. Where is 16? Oh, 16. It's down here. Okay. Okay. And it looks like, let's see, how does this piece connect? Okay. So this piece is essentially going to sit right like this, kind of. And this will actually have some movement to it. We might be able to kind of tack that down a little bit better later. Right now, though, I just want to get the glue on here. Get my tweezers out here. And kind of pop this down like this. Okay. Now next up, we have pieces that are going to fit on the upper hull, and that's where the problem, I think that's where the rest of the problems. Wait, what goes in this little, these two little holes here? Something's got to go there. see there's these two little holes right there, and it totally looks like something's going to go in there, but maybe they don't. Aha, I see. Basically, it's like a pipe that goes from here over to here and down, and that part fits there. Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to overlap with anything on the upper hull. Okay, all right. So let's see here. We've got, what I'm going to do, I'm just kind of looking at all the remaining parts here. 28. Okay, that's 28, 27. Everything else goes on the upper hull. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these pieces outside, and I'm going to hit them with a quick coat of black primer. And then we're going to glue them to the upper hull, and then we'll go back over that, well, not the upper hull, but the, what is this called? The starboard passage tube. We'll go back over those and in white once we're done gluing those on. So I'm going to pause the video here, and we'll be back in just a moment. Okay guys, we're back, and let's see, we have our pieces primed here in black, and so we got to start fixing those onto the cockpit tube here. And do I have anything to support this? I don't really have anything that's like really good to support this, so I guess we'll kind of leave it like this. Now, because we're going to be gluing up here, I kind of want to get in here and see if I can scratch away. I don't think it's going to be very easy to do. You know, scratch away some of this previous paint and primer. And this is just kind of where I was not thinking ahead, I guess. And so, let's see, maybe this is, the file will work a bit better, I think, in this case. But that primer is so thick. Well, even the insignia white is like really tough to get through here. Okay. And on this piece here, we should just be able to kind of rough up these edges here. Whoops. The primer should not be too thick on the back sides of these here. Okay. And so, I'm not really too worried about the ends where we don't have primer. There's going to be enough there for, like, you know, all the major parts. And then, you know, we are going to be spraying this in white yet again. Okay, so that was the wire, then there was this piece. So what is this? Part number, I think it's this one here. Part number 17. Somebody was asking about sprue cutters in one of my last modeling videos that I'd done. The sprue cutter I have is a trumpeter Trumpeter 099011. And I bought these locally. They're really nice, but they have a flat, one part is flat where the other edge is beveled, and that's very important for getting up and close to the parts as you're cutting them off the sprue. I also saw a new trailer on Facebook for the new Star Wars movie that comes out, I guess this December, which was kind of interesting. The Last Jedi. It was only like probably a 40-second trailer or something like that. It was a 60-second trailer, but 40% of it was titles and that kind of stuff. Just trying to get as much out of there as I can. That piece will fit right like that. And again, I'm just kind of worried because we don't have a really solid contact between the CA and the plastic on either part. So, most of these parts, I was able to keep the plastic on the back, but, all right, so that was that part. Then we have the next part, which looks like this. Part number 18. Yep. Okay. This is going to go down basically opposite of this. Right there. Get that nice and filled up with super glue. Just a little dab. And hope for the best. Or not. The one feature that everybody loves about super glue is bonds instantly to human skin. Yeah, see, it's not bonding instantly to the paint. And that is why, I'm worried that those parts are eventually going to come off. Next up is our long piece here. So we're just going to fill all this up. Okay. And then last but not least, on this side, I think we have kind of this large, I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Almost looks like like the part on a train where there's like a latch and the thing swings open for the furnace. But I don't know, probably not. There's probably an expert out there that knows exactly what all these parts are. That would not be me. Okay, so that's going to be here. And we do have plastic here. All right. So next comes part 21. And it looks like okay, it looks like it goes right here in this little hole. Do I really not have anything to stand this up on? I guess I could use this. This is my bottle of iso alcohol. There we go. And we're just going for this little hole here, and it's part 21. So snip there. A snip there. See, when you have the flat edge of the sprue cutters against the part, you know, you have to do a lot less sanding. A little bit of sanding is okay, but typically I don't like to do a whole lot if I don't absolutely have to. And there's kind of a round hole at one end and like a little tab at the other, and it says glue 21 into this hole with the recess in the end facing the center of the hole. I'm going to assume that the recess is the little round circle, so we're just gonna hopefully that has not bonded to my skin yet. Now we really have to get kind of careful here. And since this is never going to come off again, I just want to make sure that these are on nice and tight. And I'm not going to be able to do it with that screwdriver. Okay. And then I don't know if there's any benefit to putting super glue. I think I'm gonna actually put some super glue down in here and just kind of hold that for a moment. Uh-oh. So you can fit the end of D22 into the hole. Okay. D22 I think is the long, or wait, D22, 22. Okay. No D's anywhere. And D22 looks like it is, or not D, why do I keep saying D22? It's just part 22. It's kind of like there's two big long narrow rods. One of them is shorter than the other. So the short one is the one that we want. Be very careful not to break them. Okay. So one has like a longer end here than over here, where these two little rings are. And it looks like the shorter end is the one that's going to plug into this recess right here. Oh, that actually goes in pretty deep. Okay, next, fit one of the holes in part 23, which I'm going to assume is this piece here, but who knows until we look at the 23. Then fit one of the holes in 23 over the end of 22. Okay. So 23 is like this little piece down here, and I think it has an extra bit of a sprue on it, which we need to cut off. See, there's kind of like a big chunk on the top of it. I don't think that's supposed to be there. Let's take a quick look at it. Before gluing, let's see, fit the end of 22 before gluing the top into the top of the passage tube. Okay. Yeah, so this big giant chunk on the top is not supposed to be there, so I'm gonna cut that off. We'll sand that off. And basically there's two holes. And I guess it's just gonna fit on there like this. And then there's kind of a peg there that fits down into. Like so, okay. Oh, great. If that doesn't instantly bond to my human skin, I don't know what will. Okay. Let's get a toothpick. I'm going to try to get some extra glue down in there because I am not trusting it. To stay there as is. I think I need to put some more super glue on this other side too. Let's just hold that down there for a moment. Okay, so before gluing, okay, now fit 24 into the end of, okay, so 24 looks like it's going to be the big long bit. And then we just have a couple small pieces, and then then we're actually going to move on to fitting the piping around into the different pieces along the upper hull. And I might actually save that for part number 3 of the build, of the issue 100 build. Okay, so So next we need part number 24, which is the long one, yes, and 25. Okay. So let's go ahead, we'll cut the long piece out here. Okay, there's a sprue in the center there. Whoop, wrong way. 24 and 25. Okay, so let's see here. And again, it looks like the short end goes into this side, even though it goes all the way in, or does it go into this side? Because it doesn't really, the instructions don't really say. Now it looks like the shorter end goes, let's see, is that right? I would say that is right there. And this fits. I think the easier way to do it, since this piece is so flexible, is just put it on wherever it goes, and then we can glue this however we want it. Okay. Okay. Now we can just fit this in, however, and because it's so flexible, you can put it exactly how it needs to be, and then just dab some super glue on there. Like that, and like that. And boy, I sure wish I had some Q-tips right at the moment, which I don't have. Okay. Okay, glue the end of 26 into the hole. Okay, 26 is the big curved piece. Come on, there we go. Okay, so this is going to glue basically into the There's a little hole right there, and it's going to glue down into there. And I think what I'm going to do is just take off some of that material. Okay. So I'm going to put glue down in there, glue on the little nub up here at the top. Okay. We might even be able to just glue that long rod up against this just for some extra support. And now let's see, what do we have left? I think we just have these two little pieces here. Glue part, no, okay, so we have 27 and 28. They're just little pipes, little tiny pipes here. Okay. And I don't really know which one is which, so we're just going to kind of do some testing here. One of them go, let's see, where's the one? Does this go on this piece? One of them goes down like this. On the, yeah, this is, yep, that's where it goes. Or one of them goes, at least. I don't know if it's this one. Is this right? Of course they have it covered up there. Yes, this is right. Okay. But they have it like upside down, so it's like this, and then, yeah, this tube just kind of goes, you know, not anywhere in particular. Let's get our, let's get these bad boys out. Let's see, do I need to, no, I don't think I'll need to file the tube down any. I do want to put a little dab of glue on the end of the pipe and the other piece. And so hopefully if I just hold this long enough, it'll eventually bond. And there we go. Pretty easy. Okay. And I think we just have one last piece, and then I'm going to be able to go and hit this with some Insignia white, which I should have up in the box there. Let's see, glue these two holes on the side of the passage tube. And this is going to be the last for sprue number 52. And that goes right in the garbage. And that's just... And this piece goes right up here, I think. Actually, the block part goes there. Yep. So it's going to be kind of like that. Let's... Okay. Okay. How long has that taken? Gosh, that's taken a long time. A lot longer than I was expecting. A lot longer. All right, so we have this part done. Let's get that out of the way. And I'm gonna actually have to take the front end of this off. Actually, you know what? Take that back. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my rubber glove out here. If you don't have a bunch of latex gloves for painting, go out and buy yourself a bunch of them. It just makes things so much easier. So basically, I'm just going to hold this like this, and I'll just just like that. I'm going to make the sound effect as I do it too. All right, I will be right back. Okay, so there we have all of our painting finished. With all the base coat of AS20. I probably need to hit it there again. One thing I was noticing, and oh darn, I left the can in the other room. These cans of AS20 seem smaller than my old cans. And I don't think I have... I don't know, they just seem like they're ever so slightly smaller. And I'll have to see if I still have an empty can up in my paints. But anyways, this is all finished, and... Next, it looks like we're gonna have to get on to installing the piping for the upper hull, and I think that we're gonna start running into some problems with that because let's see, where should I put this? Because a lot of the pipes, or not all of them, but some of them connect to parts on the front mandibles. So I think we can get around that. I think we'll just be able to kind of put the pipes out there, and I don't know if you can see here, but there's like a pipe here. It comes down, connects to something on the mandible. I don't know if it really connects there though. So we've got a ton of stuff to do, and then we're done. So basically, what, 2.5 more pages, and this is all piping. There's just going to be a couple of bits here and there. So once we get that done, let's see. This is the sprue from issue. Okay, this is 54. That's issue 54. We're looking for issue 53, which is this one. So that's what this guy is. So what is there? One. Okay, that's a part. Okay. So this is all, okay, I got you. I got it. And then, see, what does this go to? This is, see, this doesn't even say what issue it's from, though there it is. Issue from, or sprue from issue 66. Okay. But this all looks like it glues onto the outside. So once we do that, we'll be able to kind of prime everything else. We got this little round piece that looks like it fits right there. onto this piece. Okay. And then what about issue 95? We've got some extra bits there. Oh, that's the side piece. And then we've got this one from issue 63. What is it? Where was this? Where was this one? Oh, there we go. That from issue 63. That there. A lot of these parts are really simple. That there. Okay. So we'll deal with these in the next issue. Hopefully we'll be able to just blast through those really quick, because I don't think those will be too much of a problem. Then we won't be completely done, but we'll have the vast majority of the parts installed and ready to go, and then we can really start on the final assembly and then start, you know, painting and weathering and all that stuff. So issue 100, that was part number 2, and I guess we'll have at least part number 3, and then I don't know, maybe someday our extra parts will show up. So I don't know. It might be sometime in November. It might not be. We just don't know at this point. But guys, please hit a thumbs up button if you enjoy watching me build the Millennium Falcon as we approach the final parts here. And please subscribe for this and many more videos. Guys, I'm Brad M73. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.